Good afternoon. I am V.Varalakshmi. I am going to take about Mudaliar Commission 1952 and 53. Mudaliar Commission was comprised of the chairmanship of Dr. A. Lakshmanaswamy Mudaliar, V.C., Madras University. Member Secretary, Principal A. N. Basu, Central Institute of Education, Delhi. Assistant Secretary, Dr. S. M. Dari, Education Officer, Ministry of Education, along with the 7 members. Then, the terms of reference of the Commission. After accepting the proposal of Central Advisory Board of Education, Government of India appointed Secondary Education Commission on 23rd September 1952. The area of work and investigation of Commission were to inquire into report on the present position of education. Then suggest measures for its reorganization and improvement with particular reference to its relationship to primary, basic and higher education. Then the aims, organization and content of secondary education. Then the interrelation of secondary schools of different types and other allied problems, so that a sound and reasonably uniform system of secondary education suited to our needs and resources may be provided for the whole country. Then the report of the Commission. The Commission prepared a questionnaire related to problem of education and sent it to various educationists, teachers and educational institutes. On the basis of their answers, the Commission had prepared a report of 244 pages which was divided in 15 out of 14 chapters on 29th August 1953. Then, recommendations of the Commission. Defects of secondary education are: secondary education is bookish, monotonous and stereotyped. It is not suitable to all types of students. It is not related to life. It does not develop the all-round personality of the students. Defective teaching methods are more stress on examinations. It is one-sided and prepares students for exams only. There is no occasional education. Rigid timetable does not provide opportunity for self-expression. Compulsory English is torturing for weak students. More students in a class, no provision for sports and physical training. Then, aims of secondary education. Development of democratic citizenship, initiation into art of living, development of personality, improvement of vocational efficiency, education for leadership, development of true patriotism. New organizational pattern of secondary education. Secondary education should be of 7 years. It should be for children of 11 to 17 years. It suggested to end the intermediate college and merge class 11 with the secondary schools and class 12 with the BA. Commission divided secondary education into 2 parts. One is junior secondary education for students. Then degree course should be of 3 years. 1 year pre-university course for high school students to enter the university. Students who passed pre-university should be allowed to enter the professional courses. Then multi-purpose schools should be established to take care of various abilities of students. Then technical education, large number of schools should be opened along with the central technical institutions. Such institutions should be opened near factories so that the students can take practical training. Industrial education chess should be levied on industries to finance technical education. Other types of school. Public school should be reconstructed as secondary schools after 5 years. The boys and girls should be provided same education through co-education, but there should be provision of home science teaching for girls. Girls' schools should be opened in the areas where required. Then, Commission supported flexible curriculum which can be related with the interest, need and life of students. It should be such that it can train the students for work and leisure both. Productive works should be given importance. It should include practical knowledge along with the theoretical knowledge. Then, subject for curriculum. Junior high school. Languages, social study, general science, mathematics, art and craft, music and physical education. Then secondary education, diversification of course has been done. There are some core subjects like Hindi, social science, maths and one craft which every student has to study. Along with it, there are some optional subjects classified in 7 groups like humanities, science, technical subjects, commerce, agriculture, fine arts and home science. Then study of language. Hindi has been taken as the national language. For government services, Hindi is compulsory. English is compulsory for secondary level. Sanskrit it also included as a third language which is optional. Then medium of instruction. The medium of instruction should be mother tongue or regional languages. Along with the mother tongue and regional languages, national language and a foreign language should also be taught. Then textbooks. Textbooks should be selected very carefully. There should be a committee for selection and reforms. There should be a definite standard for printing, cover and front page of the book. There should be no such book which is spread hatred, enmity against any community, religion or social customs. There should be more than one textbook for a subject. Then teaching methods. Teaching methods should be adapted according to the need of moral, social and mental development of students. Teaching method should be actively based. It should not stress on verbalism and memorization. Various types of expression works should be included in each subject. Teaching method should be adapted in such a way that it takes care of individual differences. There should be more stress on experimental and demonstration method. Then place of library in school. Library should be given a form of an intellectual laboratory and it should help in completing personal and group works. Literary interest and co-curricular activities. Library should be made the most alternative place for students. The books and magazines should be according to need and interest of the teachers and students. There should be a trained librarian in the libraries. Libraries should be open during the vacations as well so that students and society can benefit from them. Then education of character. School is a small society and the values, outlook, actions of students are important from the point of view of national importance. So they should be trained accordingly. There should be close relationship between the teachers and students for best discipline. There should be self-government in the school run by house system. Prefects, monitors and school council should be given important place. Co-curricular activities should be encouraged and extracurricular activities should also be included in school curriculum. NCC, Scout camps should be encouraged. Then there should be self-government in the school run by house system. Prefects, monitors and school council should be given important place. Co-curricular activities should be encouraged and extracurricular activities should also included in the school education. NCC, Scout camps should be encouraged. Then first aid and junior Red Cross work should be encouraged. Code of conduct for students should be made and maintained. Then guidance in education. There should be appointment of guidance officer and career masters in the schools for educational, personal and occasional guidance. There should be arrangement of film shows, excursions related to various industries. Then physical welfare of students. There should be school medical service in every state. There should be provision of regular health checkup of every student in the school. Health report of every student should be prepared and doctor, parents and class teachers should keep one copy of it. Then there should be arrangement of balanced and nutritious diet in hostels and residential schools. Teachers of physical education should be treated equally like subject teachers. Physical education training center should be opened at a national level. There should be complete record of physical activities of students. Then examination and evaluation. The number of external examinations should be reduced. There should be only one public exam after completion of syllabus. Questions should be objective and subjective elements should be reduced. Questions should be based on full syllabus. Examiners should be selected cautiously. Then, while evaluating the works of students, internal examinations, periodical tests and school records should also be considered. Students should be evaluated on 5-point scale where A is distinction, B is credit, C is pass, D and E is fail and re-exam. There should be provision for compartmental examination for one subject. Improvement in teacher status. The procedure of selection and appointment of teachers should be uniform throughout the country. The probation period of trained teachers should be 1 year. Secondary school teachers should be trained graduate and higher secondary school teachers should be trained postgraduates. Then teachers who are equally qualified should be paid equally throughout the country. There should be triple benefit scheme for teachers which includes pension, provident fund and life insurance. There should be arbitration board to solve the grievances of the teachers. The retirement age of teachers should be 60 years. The teachers ward should study free in the school. Teachers should be provided residential and medical facilities, study leave, traveling allowances, etc. Private tuition should be banned to improve their social status. Teachers should be honored time to time. Then teachers training. Higher secondary teachers should be given 2-year training and graduates should be given for 1-year training. Pupil teachers should be trained in one or more extracurricular activities. There should be provision for refresher course and practical training and workshop in training colleges. Training colleges should not charge any fee from teachers. State should provide stipends. There should be hostels in training colleges. The teachers who have 3-year teaching experience only should be eligible for M.Ed. Then administration. Director of Education should be direct in touch with the Education Minister. There should be a board of 25 members for inspection and coordination of education. Central Advisory Board of Education should work as a coordinator in solving the problems of education at a national level. Eligibility criteria for applying for school inspectors should be 10 years of teaching experience, headmasters of a high school, able teachers of training colleges. School should be given recognition only when they fulfill all the conditions. In rural areas, schools should be at the reach of people of surrounding villages. Classrooms should have the capacity of accommodating 30 to 40 students. Every school should have cooperative stores so that students can get the necessary things. School should work at least 200 days in a year and teaching work should be done 35 periods per week. There should be at least 2-month vacation in summer and 10 to 15 days holidays in winter. Then finance. On secondary level for technical and vocational education, industrial education checks should be imposed. Some part of the income from railway, telecommunication and post should be spent for developing the technical education. There should not be imposition of income tax on the development fund of secondary education. Then merits of commission. Activity based commission education, stress on agricultural education, discussion of aims of secondary education, child-centered education, improvement in teachers' salary and position. Then co-curricular activities. No more stress on external examination, stress on multi-purpose schools, suggestion to open technical schools near industries. Then what are the demerits of the commission is the suggestions are given in haste, so problems are still there. No new statement regarding the improvement of social and economic conditions of teachers. No suggestion regarding women education. Still stress on English. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening my class. Thank you.